to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about a workshop I went to, hosted by the famous, fabulous Joanna Penn and Orna. The workshop was entitled How to Make a Living and a Life out of Writing, pretty much. As a writer, I find that I have a lot of long periods where I'm isolated and I'm by myself, and I usually don't like to go and meet other writers because I'm not somebody who likes to talk about all the things that I want to do. You know, I want to finish my book, I don't like that. I just want to do it. I'm one of these people, I just want to do it. Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Are you doing it? I don't want to talk about wants or wishes or dreams. I want to be around people who are doing it, and so therefore I tend to go to a lot more businessy things, unless it's a social event where it's a kind of talking about social and psychological I don't know, things or lectures or whatever, then I'll go to those. So going to the event hosted by Joanna Penn and Orna, I was meeting other writers, and I think that one of the first things that I'm going to say that I got out of it was meeting other writers. I didn't realise how refreshing it would feel to meet people who are in the same boat as you, who are writing. I went there and I met lots of writers. There were people at this event, which was held in London, in Regent's Park, Baker Street, Regent's Park area. There were people from all over England that went to this event, and that's what made it so special, because people were coming from everywhere, and it was people from all walks of life, and it was a really, really beautiful experience. So what did they go through? Well, first I need you to know that I'm not getting sponsored. There's no money involved. There's not even a collaboration. They don't even know I'm doing this. I have to tell you that it was really good to get a really good insight into how to make a living as a writer. Now, life isn't easy. People who are successful have worked hard. So if you go into a workshop like this thinking that you're just going to get these quick tips and it's just going to be easy, it's not going to be easy. We were given this book by Joanna Penn, where this book is it's a bit thin. You can see it's quite thin. The amount of information in this book, your head will explode. But what she's done is she's broken it down, and she's written it in a way where it's step by step, so your head's not going to explode. So you may read it thinking, well, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. And everything's in there. She doesn't beat around the bush in here at all. There's no beating around the bush in this book. But there are step-by-step... she's broken it down in a way where you really get to understand how you do it and how it is possible. Joanna Penn is an indie publisher. So an indie publisher, that's an independent publisher, okay? So that means that she publishes independently of traditional publishing houses. And what I took away from this was she educated you on the different platforms that you go into as an independent publisher. And different platforms means different platforms of making money. Different platforms giving you the money that you have invested in to make back. So you write your book, you put it on different platforms, and that's the money that comes back to you. But it's not obviously as simple as that. There are certain processes that you have to go through to be able to do that, which is why she wrote this book. It's kind of getting you to understand that when you are, in fact, a writer, when you're an author, you are more than just an author. In this day and age with the internet, you're more than just an author. You are actually an entrepreneur, okay? Even if you are with a traditional publishing house, you know, there's only so much money they're going to spend on you when it comes to marketing your work, when it comes to promoting you, because they have other people who are going to, they're going to spend time on, and those people are a reliable source of income, so they would have a long-standing record with that company, and they know that they will make their money back from that person. If you're a newbie, they don't know how much, you're a risk, and they're there to make money. So you have to learn the ropes. As a writer, you have to learn the ropes of marketing, promoting, and everything else that you need to know. And this is about what it is that you need to know, that you really need to understand. I would say, if you haven't written anything yet and you want to write, I would say buy it. Have a read through it, put it down, write your book. Write your book, get it edited, rewrite it, get it edited again, and when you've finished, then you pick this up and then you read it, and then you'll be able to understand now what you need to do. I would say if you have already written a book and you are traditionally published, buy this book, because it allows you to understand how the process works and what you can do yourself as a writer. This book is about empowerment, I'd have to say. It empowers you, it gives you the facts, it gives you the knowledge of the steps that you need to take. So the other thing that we were given and what we worked on in there was this book, How Authors Create Money and Meaning, by Orna. And this is a workbook. It's a lovely workbook that deals with the psychology, the intent, the mission, you know, of what you want to do. And it also gets you into, so for example, we looked at this money, mind modes and mindset. You know, some of us have the struggling artist mentality that we need to come out of. You know, some of us have the money is evil mentality that we need to come out of. Some of us are self-saboteurs. And it's about finding out who you are and your attitude towards money. Because yes, you might write because you love writing, but the amount of work that it takes to write a book, you need to make your money back. You need to get something in return. You can't give and give and give and get nothing in return. It's pointless. You know, you want people to read your book. You want people to know who you are. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to have the struggling artist mentality, or are you going to get with the program? And as I say, because we now have the internet, we now have to do a lot more things ourselves, and we have to have the know-how, and we have to get into that mind frame. And if you can't get yourself into that mind frame, then you're a self-saboteur. And then that pretty much is, it's about changing the way you think. And in here, stuff is also broken down, you know. It breaks down things like, you know, your publishing skills and the process, your pre-publishing setup, editorial and proofing, designing and format, productions and sales distribution. And that all might sound like gobbledygook, but this book helps you to outline the process so that you're not overwhelmed. So these were the two books that we were given as part of our workshop, and they were fantastic books to go through as we were going through the process. I really enjoyed the day. There were refreshments provided. It was a very upbeat workshop where we learned to understand the process, get out of certain mindsets, understand what was holding us back in some areas, knowing that sometimes you can't do certain things within this process, but you can hire somebody. Joanna Penn, she has a blog. I'll put all this stuff below, so if you're curious about who this woman is, you can pretty much find out about her down below. Have a look at her stuff. She has so much, I mean, she gives away so much stuff for you to read. It's like, and if you can't get to one of her physical workshops, you can go to her website and pretty much download all her resources and read them in your own time. And just get those resources because they are really valuable. So I hope that helped. If you want any more information, as I said, it's down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more information on writing, tips and tricks, that sort of thing. I will also be going to lots of writing festivals and events when I can, and sharing the information with you, because I know that not everybody lives in a place like London, so they don't have access to these workshops, what goes on there, what's said, how to get the resources. I want to share that with you, so make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.